How to master the art of detachment as an intuitive, empathic person. Hi, my name is Leah Chantel, and today I'm talking about mastering detachment. And I've talked about this before in relationships where intuitive, empathic people are relating to skeptical people and the romantic situations that arise, and how we have to learn how to not be codependent and to detach when it's appropriate from our relationships. Having said that, today I'm going to talk about detachment in a broader way though, aside from our romantic relationships. I think there's a lot of talk about intimate and family relationships and how we have to master detachment and let go of the approvals of our family and our partner and stop trying to control them and just do things on our own. It's a very valuable life lesson, but I'm talking about attachment in a broader sense, about where you live, what kind of job you do or business, and how do you detach to things that once served you, and maybe they still serve you, but you need to put resources and energy into priorities that are very important to you. This is a life lesson I'm learning right now. I'm changing the way that I'm doing my filming, even for YouTube channels and when I film, because I need to prioritize and conserve my energy in a specific way to get everything done. I realized when I put more time and effort into my YouTube channel in the past few months that my writing got put to the side and I wasn't working on the books that I wanted to write. I have 6 outlines for books. I know that's crazy. 6? I haven't finished one yet and I have 6 outlines for different books. And I'm working on them, but I haven't finished one yet. Last summer, I was working on it like crazy and I got very close to finishing one of them. And then I looked at my YouTube channel and realized that needed more time and attention. So I put a lot of effort into my YouTube to make it better. And then as a result, the book got put to the back burner, you know. And I had a lot of other priorities going on in my life. I had different part-time jobs. I had different hobbies. I like going to the gym. I like yoga. I like visiting my friends in Toronto. And sometimes we do really fun classes together like flower arranging. And I love that. Those things give me joy. I just realized though recently that I'm spending a lot of time in pursuit of doing these things, you know. In Ontario, it's not good to complain about the traffic, you know, it's not good to have a negative attitude. Having said that, I was evaluating and realizing that my journeys to go to these places to do different things do take my time. And I needed to both develop my YouTube channel and to concentrate on my writing. And so I need to detach from some things that were serving me and in a way still serve me. I still love these people in my life, my friends in Toronto and my yoga practice that was so amazing, but I need to really focus on finishing my books and keeping up my YouTube channel. And also just some tasks, roles and responsibilities that I do for income have increased recently as well. So aside from my business, I have other ventures that I do for income and those have gotten heavier lately too. And it's great, there's opportunity there and that's amazing. But I have to adjust and find different ways to rest and creative ways to take care of myself. And as amazing as those old things that I used to do to take care of myself, like go to a beautiful flower arranging class or go to a yoga class, the problem is the commutes are just too long, you know, and I needed to flex and change things. And that disappointed people in my life. That disappointed the people at my yoga studio. It disappointed my friends in Toronto and I felt really sad. I envy the people who can get to those places more easily than me, you know. Although we all struggle, I'm sure everybody has their own challenging commute and it's not really easy for anyone. But having said that, for me, I just had so many priorities and projects that are so important to me that really needed my time and focus that I decided I needed to pivot and change my priorities to make sure that those things that are really important to me are getting done. I started writing a book in 2016, I want to say, and it was about solving computer problems. That was where my mind was at back then. I was very into computers and into my work at that time, and I was very scared to come out and talk about intuition or coaching at that time. And I thought, that's going to be my first book. I'm going to talk about computers and how to solve problems. And just to give you the end of the story, I didn't end up writing that book. I didn't end up prioritizing it. I realized that it was probably not the best idea to write that book, because I don't think that many people are interested in reading about solving computer problems. Having said that, I should look at my old drafts and check them out, because you never know, there could be some stories in there that are helpful for my current books that I'm working on. Having said that, what happened back then is I did have the passion to write a book, but other priorities got in the way, and I have to be responsible for that. I can't neglect my books and my writing for too long, because if I do, the idea and the inspiration for it kind of dwindles and disappears if you leave it a long time. And then it gets tougher to go back and rework what you were trying to do before. Now it seems just downright impossible to finish that book that I'd started back in 2016, because I'm just in a very different place. I'm talking about different things on social media. Having said that, my point is that I can't let that happen again the way it happened in 2016. I mean, there were many things that happened in my life in the subsequent years. In 2017, I changed provinces. In 2018, I changed countries. In 2019, I changed countries again. So I was very busy, obviously. And then the book just went, it was just gone, you know? And my life completely changed over and over again in that time. And so now that's what I'm writing about in my current books, whatever examples of transformation that are helpful for people, and it's helpful to help them grow and develop as an intuitive or as an empathic person. That's what I'm writing about now. And in order to keep that discipline up and to protect my writing and make sure that it actually finishes and it's not just a topic of conversation that I talk about, I had to carve out that time, and I had to give up certain activities and responsibilities, certain relationships with people. It was really hard. I didn't want to give those up. I love them, and I love spending time with them. I felt real sad, real grief in making those decisions. Having said that, when you need to become a successful person, I think people have a rosy idea of it, and they think they're just going to write and it's going to be inspiring and come out on the page, and I can just have my life the way that I had it before and watch TV and eat dessert with my friends whenever I feel like it and sleep in. And the truth is, you have to sacrifice some of those things if you want to make a big dream come true. If you want to write a book, that means potentially not sleeping in or staying up all night. It could mean you need to give up on some hobbies that even they could be amazing hobbies that are really good for you, but the commute is taking too long, and you need that time back to focus on your own priorities, to make sure you're walking your talk. And you may need to disappoint people who are your friends, who were really hoping you would keep visiting on a regular basis. And you need to tell them, I love you. I just can't be with you. I can't take all that time commuting and getting there all the time to be with you, because I need that time back to focus on my own priorities and make sure I'm building a good life for myself. These are very hard conversations to have, and sometimes you need to have them with your own family too. You say to your siblings and to your parents, I just can't see you or talk to you that often anymore because I have other things to do. Having said that, if you truly love these people in your life, you don't want to let these slip for too long either. I think having some healthy boundaries and priorities and making sure you're practical in the way that you see people and build your relationships with them, that's very fair. But you also don't want your life to become so achievement oriented that you completely lose your relationships. I was reflecting on this recently and realizing, yes, I needed to carve more time. I need to become a little bit more detached from these activities and these relationships that I have. But if I go too far in that direction, I could become a workaholic and just never have time for my relationships. And that's not good either. You don't want to fall into that. Having said that, dreams do require some time, some discipline, some commitment. For example, if you're trying to work out and get a perfect six-pack on your abs, you can't be eating a lot of chocolate and pizza or drinking alcohol, like you've got to give that stuff up, or you're never going to get your abs. You may get healthier, you may get fitter, but you're still going to have some stuff covering your stomach that you need to get rid of. And the way to do that is you have to really discipline yourself in your diet if you want to achieve those goals. And it's the same for starting a business. It's the same for writing a book and achieving your dreams. You have to master detachment and being willing to let go of certain things that gave you joy, that gave you pleasure once, because it's more important for you to focus on the big goal or the big dream that you're trying to achieve. And there's no one size fits all. Like, not all of us have to have 6 packs, for example. You know, we don't need to all be uber fit. It's okay to be where you're at in terms of your body. If you have other priorities in your life that are more important, that's okay, as long as you don't completely lose focus. You don't want to completely lose your health or your focus on your body 100%, because it's very important to not become ill or not become sick, but that doesn't mean you have to be so hyper focused on it that you need to look like an athlete at all times and be skinny. That can be unhealthy as well. You want to have a good balance where you're doing things to maintain your health. You're going for a walk, or you're doing some yoga, or you're going to the gym and lifting some weights, whatever that is. You want to have some time where you are doing that. But if that's not your big goal, to hyper focus on looking like a supermodel, and that's not relevant to you, that's okay. You don't have to look like a supermodel as long as you're healthy and you're making time for yourself. So that's mastering the art of detachment and letting some stuff go that gave you pleasure in order to go for the big things that you're really trying to get in life. I know it's a big lesson, and it's a lot of people struggle with this one because they want to keep their daily pleasures in their life. They want to sleep in or eat their bag of potato chips and watch TV until midnight and not get enough sleep. But if you do those things, it's going to be very tough for you to have your dream life. And it's worth it to have your dream life, honestly, to give up some of these things, because you need to do the things that you need to do to achieve your goals and your vision and your dreams in life. And you don't have to give up everything. Maybe the bag of chips in that moment can really serve you. You know, I'm not saying you have to be completely militant, but you do need to be strategic and know what you need to give up in order to achieve the things that you're longing for in life. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson on detachment in life. And if you have any comments about things that you're looking to let go in order to achieve a greater goal or a greater identity in life, I'd be really curious to see that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more content about intuition and empathy and how we relate to skeptics, and just general life advice that helps us succeed as intuitive, empathic people. I hope you're having an amazing day, and take care. Bye now.